Hi guys, my name is Arash. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about GitHub, the platform every developer need during their career. For example, if you want to save your code in the cloud or work with your teammates, GitHub is a very good platform you can use for your day-to-day work. Keep watching this video. I will show you step by step how you can create an account and create your first repository. So guys, have you ever built a project and then lost track of changes, or maybe you work with a friend and accidentally overwrite each other's code? Today we are going to fix that. I work with GitHub every day, and by the end you will know how to create your GitHub account, choosing between private and public repository, and initialize your first repository and start your GitHub journey. Let's dive in. So the first question it may come to your mind is that what is GitHub and why use it? At its core, it's a version control platform built on Git. It keeps track of what changed and when and by whom. That means you can roll back to the mistakes, experiment, and share your work. There are some benefits when you use GitHub for developers that are very huge. For example, you can collaborate with other teammates. It's a portfolio. It's like a history. You can check what you have changed in the, for example, last 6 months. You can automate your workflow and you can back up all your codes from anywhere to your GitHub account, all in one place. And after you learn GitHub for version control, you are unlocking a skill that every professional developer uses. So guys, before we go to the second question, how we can create our GitHub account, I want to introduce you to my site, PyCoin24. You can search it on Google. Here you can read the blog, everything. For example, for this video about GitHub, I write the blog too. If you like to read, you can check my site after you watching this video. But let's talk about the second question, how to create our first GitHub account. So you just search github.com and this page will come up, and here you can see sign up. You click on sign up, and here you should create your account. For example, what is your email account? Your email @gmail.com. What password? You can pick whatever you want. And username, very important, you should choose a good username. This becomes your public handle and everyone can check your GitHub with this username. So choose a good username. Then where your country is, and if you want you can click this one, receive occasional product update and announcement, or if you don't like you can uncheck it. After you click on create account, you should confirm your email address. After that your account will be created. Because I have created before, I don't do this step and we jump into my GitHub account. So guys, welcome to my GitHub, and here we want to go to our third question. So after we create our GitHub, we want to create our first repository. But there are two types of repository, private and public. We want to talk about the differences between two. So with the public repository, everyone can see what you are building, and it's perfect for sharing your work to the world or building a portfolio. Everyone can see your repository. For example, here new repository, and project one are my public repository. Everyone when visit my GitHub, and I put my GitHub link in the description. You can visit my GitHub. This is public and everyone can see it, but private repo, only people you want to invite can view and edit your code. It's perfect for early projects or working with clients, or the codes maybe you are not ready to showing to the world. For example, I have one private repository. As you can see here, nobody can see this because it's not completely ready to I put it on the public and everyone watch it. But in future I will make it public, and this is a good news. In the GitHub repositories you can change the visibility later on. And for example, this project is a web app I'm building for my friend's clinic, and because as I told you right now it's not ready and I don't put it to public. Alright, let's create our first repository. First we click on repositories and then click on new, and here we can create our repository. For example, you name it, for example, project number 2, and you can write some description. This project is for personal web app, and then we can choose our visibility. When you click on this part, you can have public, anyone on internet can see this repository. You choose who can commit, and private, you choose who can see and commit to this repository. For this one, we click on public. You can add readme markdown. Readme markdown is really helpful to you. For example, you write a description about your project, so everyone who look into your codes, who can know what this code is written for. And you can add a git ignore. As you can see here, git ignore tells Git which files not to track. You can choose it, it's optional, and there are lots of options you can choose between them. For example, I choose Python. And you can add license. License is very good how other people can use your code. If you use license, so people when they want to work with your code, they know your code has license. For example, it's good to choose MIT license for normal projects. After that, you click on create repository and wait a little, and here we are. Our project, our repository has been created. The next step is to connect your local machine or your server to your GitHub, and after that you can push your codes to your GitHub server. So how to use GitHub for version control? In order we do this, first we need to create a Python file on our, for example, local machine. After that, we can run some commands to pull and push our file to our GitHub server. For that, we open our terminal. We create a directory by running mkdir, means make directory, and we named our file my first Python project. And with cd and our directory name, we go to that directory. As you can see, we are right now on our directory file. Here we create a Python file by running nano app.py. Here we write whatever code we want. We keep it simple for this project. Print hello GitHub. That's simple. And by pressing Ctrl X and Shift Y and then hit enter, we save our file. After that, we have a Python file on our directory which we want to put it to our GitHub server. What we should do, first command is to run git init. With this command, we start tracking folder and select the file. After that, we run git add. We can write our project name specifically, or we can write dot, which includes all files we have in that directory. Because we have just this one project, it doesn't matter which one we run. We hit enter. After that, we should run git commit -m and initial commit and hit enter. As you can see, one file change, one insertion. Created mode app.py. This saves a snapshot. And then we should connect to our GitHub repository. How? By running git remote add origin and our repository URL, where we can find our repository URL by going to our GitHub page and to our project page, and here this green button, when we click on it, here you can see HTTPS. there is a link. We can click on copy. After we copy that, we can paste it here and we hit enter. This tells Git where your cloud repo lives. And finally, after we add our repo URL, we run git push -u origin main uploads the code. We wait a little and we got an error here, as you can see, but the commands are here. So after we run git push -u origin main, as you can see, we got the error invalid username or token. We get this error and because GitHub is telling us it wants to log in but don't want our GitHub password. Instead, it wants our personal access token. So in order we get this, to fix this problem, we should navigate to our GitHub setting by clicking on our image and setting. And here we should click on developer setting, on the bottom developer setting, and here we should click on personal access tokens and click on the second one, token classics. Here, as you can see, I have one. We can create another one, generate new token, and we click on the second one for general use. If you want, for example, you can write what this token is used for personal project. We can choose when this token will be expired. For example, no expiration or 7 days, 30 days. We choose, for example, 7 days. And here we should click on some scopes. For this, we will choose write and read. You can see all options. We click on write and read and repo and click on generate token. After that, we get our token, and it's really important. This token you should copy it somewhere. You won't be able to see it again because GitHub won't show it to you again. Copy this and write it somewhere so you have it all time. So again, we run our code git push -u origin main. We click on it. First, it wants our GitHub username. For example, I write mine, and the token, we paste it. So as you can see, we faced another error. What this error is telling us? This error is telling us because we have a readme.markdown, we have gitignore.gitignore, and we have license. There are some files on our GitHub and there are some conflicts. In order we solve this, we should run this command git pull origin main --rebase, and after this, as you can see, successfully rebased and updated. After this, we run again git push -u origin main. You can see and as you can see, after we run our git push -u origin main, it wants our password and username. First we write our GitHub username. After that, it wants our token. We created one before, we copied and paste it and hit enter, and as you can see, our branch main has been pushed. And if we go to our GitHub repositories, our project, we can see that our file app.py have been added to our GitHub. As you can see, we create app.py with nano and we make it simple, just print hello GitHub. And from now on, whatever you make changes, you will do simply by this command. For example, you create another file or you update your app.py file, you do git add dot and press enter, and after that git commit -m and write some message. For example, updating app.py, hit enter, and then git push to push your file to the GitHub. This way you maintain a record of what you changed and when. And if you ever work with someone else, you will pull their changes, handle conflicts, and push yours. Very seamless. And the next question is how to collaborate on GitHub with your teammates. Collaboration is where GitHub really shines. You can invite your teammates by going to settings, clicking on manage access. Let me find it. You can click on collaboration and you can add people here, manage access. By clicking on add people, you can get your friends GitHub username or their name or the email they have signed up on GitHub, and by clicking added to repository, they will become a contributor to this project. And some advice I can give you guys for your future works is that don't work directly on your main. Instead, create a branch like feature, new section, commit there, push, and then open a pull request from that branch into main. With pull requests, you can review changes, comments, suggest improvements. With this, you avoid overwrites, merge conflicts, and your main stay stable. And you will be work ready from day one. So your main project will be stable, and in your future projects you can just pull your code from your GitHub to your server. So that's it. GitHub repository beginner guide for 2026. We learn about GitHub, how to creating account, deciding between private and public repository, initialize one, use a version control, and collaborate with your teammates. If you find this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe for more videos like this, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss future videos, and also drop a comment below what projects you are going to push to your GitHub first. Thanks for watching, and see you in next one.